Road to Rio +20, the eighth installment in an ongoing series on multilateral agreements related to climate change. Brought to you by iSciences. Kyoto and Beyond is a series on the evolving international climate treaty process that began with the United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change. Road to Rio +20 is a summary of preparations for the UN Conference on Sustainable Development, called Rio +20. This presentation will cover historical background, conference overview, multilateral process, issues and positions, and possible outcomes. The UN Conference on the Human Environment in Stockholm put environmental issues on the international agenda for the first time. One important outcome was the creation of the UN Environment Programme. The Brundtland Report helped define sustainable development as development that meets the needs of the present without compromising the ability of future generations to meet their own needs. The first global gathering on sustainability was the 1992 Earth Summit in Rio de Janeiro. The summit produced Agenda 21, the Rio Declaration on Environment and Development, the Statement of Principles for the Sustainable Management of Forests, the United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change, and the Convention on Biological Diversity. Rio +5 ended without significant action, though leaders recommitted to the goals of Agenda 21. The World Summit on Sustainable Development produced the Johannesburg Plan of Implementation, which identified 3 mutually reinforcing pillars of sustainable development: economic development, social development, and environmental development. This year, Rio +20 aims to set a global sustainability agenda for the coming decade. China's Xia Zhukang is Secretary General of the Rio +20 Conference. The conference secretariat is within the UN Department of Economic and Social Affairs. The objectives are to renew political commitment to sustainable development, assess progress, and address emerging challenges. Discussion will be shaped by 2 themes: the green economy and institutional framework. Considerations on the theme of a green economy are to link environmental and economic goals, to acknowledge that production stresses ecosystems and that extreme poverty exists, and to shift methods of development. Key considerations for IFSD are: reform UNEP, establish a UN Environment Organization or World Environment Organization, monitor global agreements, strengthen the Commission on Sustainable Development. Rio will highlight 7 priority areas: jobs, energy, cities, food, water, oceans, and disasters. A wide-ranging array of side events will take place. The Sustainable Development Dialogues, a forum for civil society to engage in debate, precedes the conference's high-level discussions. As host country, Brazil has a leadership role. Brazil's leaders emphasize economic growth as part of sustainability. Brazilian President Rousseff accepts the premises of sustainable development, but warns that there are limits to what developing nations will accept. Inadequate housing has compromised Brazil's role as host country. The high cost of hotel rooms also created problems until hotels finally agreed to reduce their prices. The preparatory process includes many UN meetings and civil society dialogues to help shape the desired outcomes. These include the UN CSD Preparatory Committee PrepCom Bureau meetings, headed by Suk Kim from the Republic of Korea and John Ash from Antigua and Barbuda. The process includes input from 9 major groups, formalized in Agenda 21 to ensure citizen representation. The most important pre-conference task is to prepare a draft of the intended action plan. The original document was developed by the Bureau and was based on input from member states, major groups, and other stakeholders. Though legally non-binding, it is regarded as significant for clarifying goals towards concrete actions. The original Zero draft briefly outlined key points in 4 areas: renewing political commitment, the green economy, institutional framework for sustainable development, and framework for action and follow-up. After a scheduled series of meetings, the draft was still not ready for presentation at the conference. To break the deadlock, a 3rd round was scheduled. To expedite the process, Bureau co-chairs prepared a streamlined version of the draft. Though some progress was made, the 3rd round produced no final published document. The 3-day conference will be an intense push to clarify directions for the next decade. Who is and is not attending Rio+20? A leader's presence signals a level of interest and influence. Currently, sustainable development commitments are voluntary and are tracked through an online registry of pledges called the Compendium of Commitments. The concept of Sustainable Development Goals, modeled after the Millennium Development Goals, will be discussed at Rio. There are 17 indicator areas that will serve as a starting point for SDG discussions. The conversation on institutional framework for sustainable development will include discussion of several global institutions. Proposals for reform include strengthening UNEP or upgrading UNEP to a specialized agency, creating a Sustainable Development Council, and integration of SD into policies of international financial institutions. Charting a path to a green economy means developing economic engines that support sustainable consumption and production, and that lower environmental impacts. The need for new metrics in a green economy has stimulated discussions on development of GDP plus and valuation of natural capital. While much of the pre-conference negotiations has focused on the first two pillars of sustainable development, economic and social, some followers are asking, where is the environmental development in this agenda? UN Secretary-General Ban Ki-moon is leading a global initiative, Sustainable Energy for All, to foster innovative new public-private actions for sustainable energy. Ban Ki-moon has also established a high-level panel whose report contains 56 recommendations to put sustainable development into practice and economic policy. There are divergent geopolitical positions on many key issues, such as the green economy, common but differentiated responsibilities, technology transfer, timelines, and institutional framework for sustainable development. Ban Ki-moon identifies three clusters of desired outcomes: a new economic model, real improvement in daily lives, and smarter use of resources. The multilateral governmental process is often complex, contentious, and slow. Yet, success in Rio may still be possible through side events that develop a critical mass of ideas and collaborations beyond the UN process. Watch for iScience's post-Rio +20 analysis, available in July 2012.